Hey everyone in our Emmanuel Portadown church family. We're super excited to let you know that in September this year, we're going to be beginning our new revamped Ignite program for our church family, which will run for 12 weeks throughout the autumn season. As a leadership, we've been reviewing, praying, discussing and discerning our discipleship culture within our church family, in connection with our Lurgan church family as well. And we've come to the place where we believe there are some core truths that we would love to imprint right into the very center of our church and on all of us afresh. As a church family, believe that God really wants us to grow up into Christ-likeness together and to become disciples that make disciples. And so we just feel that it would be wonderful to take some time in the autumn in a relatively intense way to be together for 12 weeks, growing in the love of the Father, walking in the ways of Jesus and learning how we can be fulfilled and moving in the gifts of the Holy Spirit. The tagline, if you like, for Ignite is born to be someone, born to do something. And we really believe that people will discover or rediscover their spiritual destiny and walk into the inheritance, the glorious inheritance that God has for them. We've had remarkable fruit and success out of the Ignite program in the past. This is a renewed, condensed version of Ignite that lasts for 12 weeks, 3 months. On Wednesday nights, we're going to be running it in Emmanuel Portadown from 7:30 to 9:30 each night. In order to do this and in order to make it as accessible as possible, we're going to be pausing life groups for this season so that we can all journey together into more of the destiny that God has for each of our lives. And then we look forward off the back of Ignite in 2027 to relaunching our life groups and walking further into depth of community and relationship together. What can you expect on one of those Wednesday nights? Well, we hope to get started sharp at 7:30 with 10 or 15 minutes of worship, then into one set of teaching that will last for about 30 minutes, which will lead into some group time over tea and coffee. And then there'll be a second session, which will be more testimonial and lead into a time of ministry, prayer and response. The content is shaped around the core of the Great Commission, that we would go into all the world, preach the gospel, baptizing people in the name of the Father and the Son and the Holy Spirit, teaching them to observe all things Jesus said, even as I have commanded you. And that idea of people learning and understanding their Trinitarian identity, baptized into the love of the Father, walking in the way of Jesus, filled with the Spirit and operating in the fullness of the gifts of the Spirit, is what we really want to shape and imprint right into the very heart of our church family. We'd really encourage you to consider and pray for this. We know that it's a bit of a commitment, but we do believe God will honor that. We would say if you are a married couple with young kids and only one of you can get out, to prayerfully consider which one of you come to Ignite this season. We will be running it again in the future, but we'd say it would be more effective for one person to come rather than to take it week about. And so we hope that you can prayerfully consider this. If you can get babysitters, please do try and do that, because we really are looking forward and believing that this will do something in the life of our church that will take us into the new place and spaces that God has for us in the future. So Ignite, starting on the 16th of September, we'd love to see you there for 12 weeks as we journey into more of God's destiny for all of our lives.